get that sorted. Okay, bit of a novelty. That's it. That's the word, isn't it? Novelty today. Just going to turn it around now. Don't see much of this. I don't know if you can see it really. Probably can't. It's raining now on my one amazing weather app that I use, which is Pants, I suppose. Really, it doesn't say anything about rain. Now I expect on others it probably is. Michael, you're top man for being in. Well done, Michael. So you're the top man. Everybody else is top people. Everybody's coming in now. Right. So today's the market day, and John, he always loves to know we're down to 4. So last week it was 5 stalls, and today it looked really sparse today. It's such a shame. 4 stalls. So let's just hope things improve on the market day. But yeah, only 4 today. Now, usually I obviously do a question every day, which I'm doing today as well. But Alan from yesterday in the comments said to me, could you give us some info on the 3 kings? And I thought I better do it today because I've got like another 2 weeks of questions to get through. So I thought if I do Alan's in 2 weeks' time, it's no point because the 3 kings will be gone. So I'll be talking about the 3 kings today. But before that, anyway, I don't know if you can see the rain. It's not doing a lot. Now, well, I did have another. I just love this thing. I did have another question yesterday in the comments, and that was because we hadn't had. Be honest, we haven't had any rain for 3 or 4 months, I suppose. You know, not proper rain. I mean, like today, but it's drizzling a little bit more than it usually does. We had a bit of drizzle a couple of hours ago, but now it's drizzling again. Could be because the wife's put the washing up, which is still up, unfortunately. Because I just said to her, "Don't worry, it's not going to rain much." It is. Anyway, so bit of rain. Anyway, he was saying, is that going to be a problem for this year? And at the moment, I did say to him, well, at the moment we've had no bans yet, even though we live in a farming area, and obviously water is precious to them more than it is us. And over the past year, there were comments made from other regions, especially Valencia, about people with swimming pools. But to be honest, you wouldn't have thought that we have got. I mean, Spain. Ever since I've been here, Spain's always been in a drought. Can you call it really? Not recession, but it's always been in a drought problem. And I've seen over the years the reservoirs and the lakes pretty low. And now I do be honest. Last year when I was out, there's a massive lake just outside of Granada. And that was well down. I think there was a couple of places where boats used to hook up onto, but now it's just dry land there. So obviously it is bad, but they haven't. There's nothing about bans as far as I know. I mean, I can remember when my old man down in Malaga, when we're talking about sort of 90s, they always used to have no water for a couple of weeks sometimes. I mean, obviously they made sure people had like proper storage. And I know people on Campersal, some people have got like storage tanks for water. But ever since I've been there, you know, obviously the water pipes blow, and usually in the day, but I've noticed recently been quite a few water leaks on D. And I think a couple of people have had their water turned off for a couple of days, but that's nothing to do with the drought palaver. But when you go out to see the farming areas, loads of veg, you know, I'm talking about cabbages. It to me, it looks pretty green. Obviously, the headlines, you know, the fake news rubbish go on about it a bit. But obviously, yeah, we do need some rain. And looking at it now, it seems to be. It's not drizzling now. It seems to be raining a little bit more now. But we need it. but obviously not for the poor people that's come over for their. I noticed there's a lot of people this past week have come over looking at properties, but good idea checking out properties when it's wet, because then you can make sure the roof's not leaking. Because that does tend to happen, obviously, because a lot of places here have got flat roofs. So it's a good test to check to make sure. So you people that's looking at properties, check the ceilings to make sure they're not leaking. So yeah, anyway, getting back to today's question from Alan, who I'll put it in yesterday because, like I said, I better better talk about it today because the Three Kings is on Saturday. Now, interesting fact here about the Three Kings. Now, my Spanish friend, because I always ask him about certain things, and obviously the Three Kings. I mean, I've been to a couple of events over the years. It's for the kids. It's not really for us old people, but you know, sometimes it's interesting because some of the big towns have big processions on. It's quite good. I mean, they're throwing out candy. I don't like candy. They're not throwing out Kit Kats, unfortunately. And also they throw out toys, apparently. Well, they didn't see any toys when I was on one of these parades, but apparently they did. Now, in Cartagena last year, they dished out to the kids there. I mean, I don't know how big the toys... I mean, are we talking like miniature toys? Because they said they dished out to the kids in the streets 40,000 toys, 6 tons of candy. Can you believe? Now, that's Cartagena, a big city, so they can afford that. I know, I don't know, it's just before the COVID time. I went down to the port because Father Christmas there, well, not Father Christmas, sorry, I should say the Three Kings, turned up in a fishing boat. And they went through the port, and then there was a big parade, you know, majorettes and those sort of things, and the Three Kings were chucking out sweeties to the kids, and obviously the adults. Anyway, so John wanted to know, could you give us some info on the Three Kings, when, where, and times? So, Alan, the Three Kings. Now, the Three Kings in Spain's a big event, believe it or not. They even have a special cake. I don't know what you call it. I do know what they call it. I've just forgotten. It's a it's like a big, massive donut, but it's a cake. So it's a circular cake. And then in there, they've got some, you know, remember the old Christmas pudding? You stick threepenny bits in there. I mean, obviously, times have changed since the threepence. You know, God, it's the old traditions, gone now, aren't they? Anyway, in this cake, they have like little miniature kings. Now, I'll be honest, I've forgotten now. But in that cake, if you get the king, then you're king of the day or something. That's the thing. But I think there's other things in that cake I'm not really sure about. But like health and safety now, I think even here in Spain they've gone down that road. They're making sure that they're all wrapped in something so the kiddies don't swallow it, like they would anyway. So that's one of the things that they actually have on Saturday. Now, this is what amazes me. When Alan asked me this, I thought, oh, I better check it. Because tomorrow, I'm out tomorrow with the Campusol Explorers on the trip. And one of my friends said, oh, Sean, it's the Three Kings tomorrow. I said, no, it's the 6th. It's the 6th. It's always on the 6th of January. And I can remember my Spanish friend confirming that. Anyway, looked on the internet yesterday, and they're saying the 5th. And then, when I started searching more information, it was going... It wasn't like this year's. It was going like last year's or like 10 years ago, and I couldn't get no information, Alan, about when and where it's going to be. Other than I can definitely say on Saturday, you're going to get the big parades. Now, for some reason, I don't know what it is with Cartagena, but Cartagena seemed to go the day before New Year's Day. They held their New Year's Day the day before. I don't know what that's about, but anyway. All I can say, Alan, check on Facebook. I mean, I haven't seen nothing about it. As far as I know, the Three Kings in the Mazaron area always used to be down at the port, probably in the afternoon, where all the fishing boats come in, and then they have like a parade up through, not the main street, but one of the street. You know what's going on. If you go down to the port, there'll be loads of police about. It's about the only time you see the police about, and they shut the roads off and they do a parade. And usually it's like in the afternoon. But I'll be honest, I did check on the internet yesterday, and it said, which was so bizarre, that it was on Friday, and it was in the market square, no, the town hall square or something. And I thought, I haven't seen, I mean, this is on the internet, like I said, so a bit of misinformation there, and they said it goes on during the day. But from what I've been told, I've got 35 in the house. What I've been told is Friday evening, I think in the big cities, they always put on a big splurge, you know, for like 3 days. The little towns like where I live, they just do it one day. And I'm sure it's going to be on a Saturday. But don't swear at me on that. Now, Friday night, like big cities, I think what it is, the kids get ready, and I believe what they do, they put the shoes out at the door. I've never seen it myself, but I've read, this is another tradition thing I saw, they put their shoes out, and supposedly the kings go around putting little toys in there. And then on Saturday, obviously, is the big parade. And they do big, you know, I'm on about processions, floats, all dressed up in funny clothing. You know, I think they do like a bit of Walt Disney stuff, Mickey Mouse and all that rubbish. All sorts of that, all amazing stuff, really. I'll be honest, the Three Kings thing's pretty good. I did see a video last night from Toltana. Why it was last night, I mean, I think it's like an early thing, and they had the Three Kings there. They always have 2 white guys and a black guy, all the beards on, and and I believe they're actors as well. That's what I heard. They're not like Joe Public, like you get back in the UK, you get some bloke dressed up. They look really good. I mean, they look really authentic. That's what I like about it. But I won't be going this year. Anyway, Alan, I hope that's given you some information. I mean, all right, the other reason the Three Kings is obviously it's religious. And for the Spanish kids, they're lucky because they get 2 Christmases. They get, obviously, they still celebrate Christmas Day, which is the 25th. And then on the 6th, they get like another Christmas Day. I wouldn't say they're like Father Christmases because they are definitely 3 kings, not 3 Father Christmases. But it's similar, isn't it? Father Christmas, 3 kings. Look very similar, except the 3 kings have like proper king's cloaks on, things like that. Whereas obviously Father Christmas, big red coat, white beard. These guys, whatever. But anyway, and sometimes they might even have a camel. But anyway, I can't give you any more information, Alan, because to be honest, the internet, a lot of rubbish at the moment trying to get information, because mine was saying it was the 5th, and I definitely know every year it's always held on the 6th. But I think what it is, because it's the weekend, and there's still a lot of people still on holiday here in Spain. Most places are shut now until next week. Some places are open, but most people are shut this week. And I think the kids don't go back anyway until next week anyway. But as far as I know, it's definitely on the 6th. So it'd be interesting for you lot out there, because I know a lot of you guys come from other places. Now, I don't even know, do they celebrate the 3 Kings other places around the world? I mean, I'm talking about South America. Do they, you know, because obviously they're Spanish, aren't they? I can't think where else Spain hangs out these days. Philippines, is it? No, maybe not. Anyway, that's it today, guys. I might be a little bit late tomorrow because I'm out tomorrow most of the day. Oh yeah, I forgot. And it stopped raining. Oh, that was quick. Today's temperature in the shade, and it does feel warm, it's 19. It definitely says it's cloud. My app said it's cloudy, but we just had some rain. Bit of a novelty. I think if we have a really heavy pour down, I'll do another live one, but I don't think that's going to happen. So 31 in the house, 22 likes. That's enough for me. So I'm going to catch you tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. I think we got this weather now for a couple of days. But anyway, adios amigos. Catch you tomorrow.